Welcome to the Solace Jewellery channel, where we explore the world of jewellery and all things accessorising. We'll share our favourite picks and answer your questions about our jewellery and the inspiration behind our designs. We're also passionate about exploring topics relating to well-being, self-care and breaking down stigmas around mental health. So if you love our jewellery and you're looking for inspiration, information and hopefully a little bit of fun, subscribe to stay up to date with our latest videos. I'm Dan, the founder of Solace Jewellery.
Hi, I'm Annika and I am the CRM manager, and to make that a bit more easy to understand, I look after all the emails and marketing campaigns. So this is our first YouTube video as a duo, and I'm going to grill the boss today. So I'm going to ask Dan here a few questions, and hopefully these questions will really help you out to understand a bit more about us as a company, the jewellery that we have to offer, and any challenges that you might have with your current jewellery, and we will be able to help you. So first off, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so we get a lot of questions in from our customer service team who look after all of the weird and wonderful things that we get asked, and one of the main things that we get asked is about if our jewellery contains nickel. Does our jewellery contain nickel?
Well, thankfully you did allow me a little bit of prep time, so hopefully I should be on it. If not, you can sack me. So our jewellery is made from 316 stainless steel. The short answer is yes, it can contain traces of nickel, but although 10% of the population are allergic to nickel, the majority of people with this allergy can actually still wear our jewellery. So bear with me on that.
I was going to say, can you explain how?
So in order to react to nickel, you have to be exposed to it, obviously. And whereas silver and plated gold, they contain nickel, and when they come into contact with the sweat in your skin, everybody sweats. You know, you can say I don't sweat, but even just when you're, even when you're just sitting there, your sweat glands are open, and the jewellery is essentially oxidizing and corroding. Because the reason the silver and gold is mixed with these alloys, one of which is the nickel that most people are allergic to. Silver and gold's really soft, so they have to mix it with these alloys to obviously harden it up. Let me just explain a little bit about the nickel directive, not the most interesting of conversations, but so the European directive essentially regulates how much nickel, not as in jewellery, but is released, and it's 0.2 centimetres squared per week, which is obviously really hard to put into context, but this essentially is what the European Union deem as being safe. So basically any company that complies with that say that they're hypoallergenic, which is why
people
who suffer from metal allergies have probably tried so-called hypoallergenic jewellery and not been able to wear it. So often they're coming to us as like a last resort. So yeah, I told you to bear with me. 316 stainless steel, like I said, may contain nickel, but actually because it's a harder metal, it doesn't release as much, actually 0.02 centimetres squared per week, so that's 10 times less than obviously what the EU deem to be safe. And that's basically because, like I said, it's a harder metal, it doesn't corrode, it doesn't oxidise, so where silver and gold would actually rust over time and tarnish.
And it's not going to turn your skin green then, I guess, if it's not going to oxidise.
Exactly. So we get all of our jewellery checked through the SI office and have sold over 750,000 pieces of jewellery so far. Most of them, we're targeting people with metal allergies, so most of them are the people with metal allergies. So although 10% of people are allergic to jewellery, to nickel, only 2% of our returns actually relate to people reacting. So we're pretty confident in saying that stainless steel is safe to wear for people with nickel allergies.
And what about titanium? So obviously we have people come to us saying, I've tried stainless steel before, have you got any other alternatives? We also offer titanium, so yes, how does that differ to the stainless steel?
So titanium is slightly less reactive. It's essentially the same principle. However, there is just not as much. the manufacturers don't really like working with it as much as stainless steel. There isn't as much, I guess, supply out there, so it's a very similar metal in terms of what we deem as similar, because our customers tend to have a similar reaction rate. Titanium, we often say if you're in that 2% that return, to try titanium, and the majority of them are okay with it, but we still have people that are still then reacting to the titanium, because you can't promise that anything is 100% allergy safe, allergy free. You can be allergic to anything, so anybody claiming that something can be 100% allergy free, it's false.
And I guess you can develop allergies as well, so we've had people that have contacted us saying, you know, I've been able to wear jewellery before, and you know, since having a child, you know, I now can't wear any jewellery. So what if those customers come back to us, they try it, and it still doesn't work for them? You know, where do the customers stand then?
Well, unlike most jewellery companies, we do offer returns. So we know that obviously if you've tried everything, you've spent loads of money on jewellery, and then you come to us almost as a last resort, and reluctant to spend money again on something that again claims to be hypoallergenic. So even if you've worn the jewellery, even if you don't react and you just don't like the jewellery, you can actually return it to us for a refund.
That is good. So we know a lot about the metal now. What can you advise if people do have a reaction?
So it's quite common if you haven't worn jewellery for a while, or you've had a reaction recently, that even if you put in a hypoallergenic metal that you can wear, the ears will just flare up instantly. Now, I'm not a doctor or a dermatologist, just so everybody knows, but my take on that, and speaking to thousands, well not thousands of customers, hundreds of customers that this has happened to, is basically that the ears will flare up as like a defensive mechanism, because they've obviously experienced this before. So the flare up, the customer comes back to us and says, you know, this has happened. So what we advise is to take the jewellery out, clean it, which I think we'll discuss later of how to do that.
You're one step ahead of me.
No doubt. And let the ears fully heal, and then try again. And quite often this will work again if it's happened again, depending on the severity, I guess, of the allergy. I don't want to advise people that, you know, if it's really, really burning and really sore, to keep trying. But if you are to keep trying, essentially building up the time spent wearing them has worked as well. So if it's just a mild sort of reaction, actually just building up your tolerance levels has worked as well. So it's not to say that if you instantly react that you can't wear it. We have seen really good results, and that's, again, if that is then happening, that's what when we'd recommend going over to titanium.
I was going to say yes. So I guess if those people have reacted to the stainless steel, they've always got that option there of trying titanium, which is really great. Okay, so next question. So this kind of leads on quite nicely. We talked about, you know, if you react and your ears do get sore or get gunky, how, for those people even, you know, that don't react and it's totally fine, how do you clean your ears? So obviously I asked this because I've actually built this into one of the emails. So if you are signed up to our emails, then if you're not, you should be. But if you're signed up to the emails, you will get a follow-up to let you know how you can clean your ears and your earrings. We'll also leave a link to one of our videos as well, and that shows you how to take care of your earrings and your piercings as well. But if Dan, can you just give it a little bit of a rundown?
Well, you should be answering this question as you do the email.
I should really, I'm testing you.
Yeah, let me give it a try. So, cool boiled water, mix it with salt. I'm not sure how much salt. Is it a tablespoon? I suppose it depends how much water. But
it depends how much water, but I'd say 1 part.
Sign up for the email for the exact.
Sign up to the email for the information.
Where we've actually researched this. But so cool boiled water, mix it with salt water, a cotton bud, and if you leave the earring in and essentially pull the cotton bud up to the piercing and you twist the earring, but don't take it out and then try and do it, because then obviously by twisting it you're getting the solution, I suppose, in the piercing, and that'll clean it. Do that, then take it out, you know, not too much, but take the piercing out. You can pop that, actually you can use that solution to clean the earring as well. I think you can use a toothbrush, but obviously use a clean one, and then I wouldn't advise using it again, or you know, you just use it for your jewellery, but you can use that then clean the earring. and let the ears calm down if you've irritated them by twisting it, and then dry the earrings in your ears and you're good to go.
I think you've passed the test. Another question that we get asked, so people say, well, you know, why not just wear silver or real gold instead of, you know, going through trying out all these different metals? Just go for stuff that's expensive, because surely if it's expensive, then it's going to work, isn't it?
Not necessarily. I love these comments on social media, although I'll try and stay objective. But I'm not sure what people have got against steel, to be honest, because if you want to pay 2 or 3 times the price for a jewelry, for a metal that's probably gonna rust over time. I mean, we've got examples in the office where, you know, jewelry that's cost 4 times or more than us, that we've bought, that we've experimented on, and they've just rusted, whereas our stuff has stayed brilliant.
No, in my Solace Jewellery.
Exactly. Higher grade silver and gold can definitely work if the main objective is obviously to buy something that's hypoallergenic. But like you said, it is expensive, and a lot of our customers actually have tried real gold, or what they term real gold, and have still reacted to it, because unless you're buying 24 karat gold, it is still mixed with alloys. And again, going back to that point where the metal is soft, it's gonna oxidize, it's gonna release, it's not
gonna be as hard wearing. You know,
exactly.
you say the word soft, you automatically think, you know, it's not going to withstand, you know, the same amount as steel, essentially.
So you're left with, you've spent a load of money on real gold or silver jewellery, you can't wear it, you can't return it, because most companies don't accept returns, whereas we obviously accept returns. We have a really good track record with people with metal allergies, and our jewellery is waterproof, tarnish free, and will last a long, long time. So I can't convince people any more than to try it, other than to say that, and in my biased opinion, stainless steel is the best metal to make jewellery from.
Well, you heard it here first.
I wouldn't say that.
So, just on to the next one. I thought I'd make it a bit lighter and just find out a bit more about you, and why you actually started Solace Jewellery, and how is it going?
So I started Solace Jewellery. I was actually looking for a gift for my girlfriend at the time. She reacted as soon as she put earrings in, and obviously I was, doing my research to see what could be done, and there was actually no real. I think there was one website out there, but it wasn't quite the styles that she would have worn. I found out the stainless steel was a really good metal for this. I found a supplier. I'd kind of been looking for a business venture, to be honest. So this really fit, because obviously 10% of the population, that's quite a good size of market, but at least it's niche, and there wasn't much competition. And how it's going, obviously that was back in 2015. I could have spent more time on it, if I'm honest, at the start, but I was also training to be an accountant. By 2019, I totally had enough of that, as you know, because I employed you in 2019. Because naturally, even without putting much effort into it, the business was picking up. So I then thought, this can actually be something. We're getting some really good feedback. Most of our customers were buying again, so that was a really good sign. So I took the leap and quit my job in October 2019. And since then,
we moved from the spare room into the garage. So if you didn't know, I actually started as a packing assistant, so packing all the orders back in August 2019, and I obviously like it here, so and doing your emails now. But so it's great to see how the company has grown and seeing how many how many orders we had, from when I started to where we are now, and having 3.
I think we've got over 50,000 customers, and we're closing in on 100,000 orders. So obviously people like the jewellery, they're returning. So we've got a bigger team now. We have got a bigger team. So it's not just us two, so that's nice as well.
So we've grown. We've gone from a spare room, a garage, to one office, a new office. What's next? What have you got on the agenda? What are you going to come in and say? I've listened to a podcast. This is what I'm going to do next.
Yes, that's my usual one. Well, purely for the business perspective, we obviously want to continually grow our range. So if you've got any suggestions, please email in, because it's always better to hear from the customer than to just do it just ourselves. So,
yeah, we had a lovely hand-drawn picture from a child recently who had an idea for a necklace, or I think a necklace pendant, and she'd drawn in. She said that she'd really like to see something like that. So who knows?
Daisy. It was
like a multicoloured daisy. So nice. Who knows?
Yes, submit them. Yeah,
you can make them.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, we just need to grow our jewellery range, get the message out there, keep growing, keep offering great customer service, and hopefully naturally we'll grow and help more people. So hope you love our jewellery and shop again.
What's your pitch to anyone thinking of shopping with us? So if you want to do the Alan Sugar, or Alan Sugar, which is the Dragon's Den, your pitch, what would your pitch be to the Dragons?
You didn't prepare me for this question.
Oh, did I not? No, what's your pitch?
Yeah, so if you struggle to wear jewellery, obviously that's our main market. Like I said, we offer 100% happiness guarantee, so you can try it without wasting any money. Like I said, we've sold over 750,000 pairs of earrings now. So yeah, we're pretty safe in saying that it works, and if it doesn't, we'll give you the money back. But to be fair, what we need to start doing is speaking to just the everyday jewellery lover, because our jewellery, like I said, alternative to silver and gold, it's a low cost option. It's far more durable. Yeah, it's going to stay looking great for a long time. So yeah, it's a good option just if you love jewellery, and I would say it's arguably just as nice, and we've just updated all of our packaging, so
yes, we have.
I would say that when it turns up, you wouldn't know that you've only spent £15 on a pair of earrings. I think I've tried to, and we've tried to as a team, make it look as if you've spent £30-40 on a pair of earrings. So hopefully that will do.
Yeah, I think, when I started, I hadn't worn earrings for a long time, and I do now wear them. But I think you make a valid point that, our jewellery isn't just for people that have allergies. It has so many benefits of it, and the one that I like the most is, being a mum, not having the time always to get ready in the morning. I just a lot of the time I will leave my jewellery on, so I'll leave my necklace on, I'll shower on it, I will shower in it, I'll put my perfume on, and I'm not having to take things off, because we know how much of a faff it can be when you're trying to get out the door and you still want to look nice. You want to do the school run or go to work looking presentable and looking like you've made an effort, without having to run out the door and think, I've got to take my necklace off because I want to put a bit of perfume on first. So
yeah, it's funny because Lindsay will take her wedding rings off, shower, but she'll leave her Solace rings on, and then she'll go out and she'll have forgotten her wedding ring.
But
she'll still get Solace. But yes.
Oh well, I think you've covered all of the questions, and if anybody's got anything that they want to pitch to Dan, I think we should
submit your questions. We're hoping to do this every other week, I think. And yeah, obviously it's not just going to be interview style. We're going to show you how to stack an ear, all the different jewellery that we do. I mean, I'm not going to be doing the fashion tips.
I mean, Dan's got an ear piercing, so you never know. We might be able to get a little huggy in there, but maybe. I think, once we get some new stuff in, that will be coming. So watch this space. We'll be showing you. Yeah. So hopefully that's been helpful. Like I say, subscribe. We'll be doing this every other week. Submit your questions so that we can get more content to answer that's relevant. And hopefully this has been helpful. So thank you. Thank you.